Hi, I'm Julie from Cultures for Health. Our Piima starter is a bit of a unique culture. While technically a yogurt, Piima makes a thin cultured beverage with a consistency similar to buttermilk or kefir. Piima has a couple of wonderful uses. It's great as a base for smoothies, also works well as a base for salad dressing. Piima is also used throughout the world to add beneficial bacteria into pasteurized milk, since it doesn't thicken greatly and can be drunk as a beverage. Now, Piima has two great advantages. One, it's a reusable culture. That means a small amount of each batch can be used to make the next batch of Piima. Second, Piima cultures on the counter at room temperature between 70 and 78 degrees. You don't need a yogurt maker or other heating device to make Piima. It's easy to make, and today I'm going to show you how. Okay, let's get started making a quart of yogurt. Now, the thing I love about these mesophilic yogurt cultures, and mesophilic means low temperature, so yogurt starters that culture between about 70 and 78 degrees and don't require a yogurt maker. I love them because they are so easy to use. There is no easier way to make yogurt than this. Let me show you how easy this is. So we have our activated yogurt starter here, or yogurt from a previous batch that we've made, and we are going to add a tablespoon of this yogurt per cup that we wish to make. So in this case, we're making about 4 cups or a quart, so we're going to add about 4 tablespoons to that. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and add the milk. Just fill up this jar. Leave a little bit of space just to make it easier to stir, but there we go. Okay, and then we're going to stir this together. Just like that. You want to incorporate the yogurt starter very well into the milk. Get them mixed well together. Stir a little extra. Okay. Now we're going to put a cover on this jar. As yogurt cultures, it tends to put off a little bit of gas, and so we want that gas to be able to escape. We don't want to put a tight lid on this jar, but we also want to keep things like bugs out because this is milk sitting on the counter. So we're going to go ahead and put a paper coffee filter over it. You could also use a tight weave tea towel, something like this, and then a rubber band to keep it safe. Now you want to find a relatively warm spot in your house for this mixture. Something between about 70 and 78 degrees is perfect. Maybe a high shelf in your living room, and maybe your kitchen stays particularly warm, on top of your fridge, something like that. Consider the temperature at night. You know, if it's dropping down below 70 degrees in your house at night, just pick a little warmer spot. Also, if you're running your air conditioning units during the summer, you want this to stay out of the drafts. So you're going to go ahead and set this in that warm spot for the next 12 to 18 hours. And the amount of time you need will depend on how warm the room is. So if it's a warmer room, it may go a little bit faster, be closer to 12 hours. If it's a cooler room, it may take closer to 18 hours. It is most common, though, for it to take on the longer end of that time spectrum. So once this is set for 12 to 18 hours, we have this one that we prepared a few hours ago, the milk will thicken into yogurt. Isn't that crazy? No yogurt maker. You just set it on your counter. It was that easy. You'll know it's ready when you tip the jar, and I can't tip too far just because this is pretty full. The yogurt will pull away from the side as like a single mass. It won't run up the side of the jar quickly like milk does. It'll be clearly thickened. And that's it. That is how you make yogurt on your counter. Wasn't that easy? Now, the only thing to keep in mind is before you eat all of this, because it looks very tempting, you want to do 2 things. First, you want to put this in the refrigerator for 6 hours before you eat it. That stops the culturing process and keeps your bacteria healthy. Because this is a reusable culture. You don't need to buy a yogurt starter every time you want to make yogurt. Instead, what you're going to do is take some of this yogurt and set it aside to use to make your next batch. You're just going to use that same ratio we did a few minutes ago. A tablespoon of yogurt for a cup of milk will make a cup of yogurt. So if you're going to flavor this with honey or sugar or maple syrup, or add any fruit or vanilla extract or anything to flavor it, make sure you take that little bit of yogurt out that you need for your next batch before you do any flavoring. But that's it. That's the easiest way to make yogurt. That's how you make yogurt on your counter.